best things about studying in Griffith is that you're in a rural community. You get to see a lot of cases that you otherwise wouldn't see at a tertiary hospital in the city.
Best things about studying is you learn without trying here. Everything just comes to you. You get to see so much in a rural hospital, and the people here are so nurturing.
The best things about studying Griffith are really just the amount of opportunities that you get here compared to what I've had so far in Sydney. I've had the opportunity to do so many different procedures which I've never done before, and as well as that, there's a great team of doctors out here who are more than willing to take their time to teach, which is it's a lot different. It's very different from what I've had so far.
I really like how close you get to all the people at hospital, because there's only 6 of us here, so a lot of the doctors and nurses, they all know us, they really take care of you a lot and make sure you're learning and things. I really like that about Griffith.
In terms of study, I think we get a really sort of broad experience being a fairly small rural hospital. I think, compared to a city hospital, we get to do a lot more. We get to see a lot of variety, and we get to, I don't know, it's almost like I think we have more responsibility because it's like we're more important. There's less doctors and we actually have a role to play out here.
In terms of studying in Griffith, I think the best thing is the wide exposure to a variety of cases that we get here, and sort of how everyone at the hospital treats you like family.
In terms of living in Griffith, it's a very cool little place. The food here is amazing. It's sort of changed my outlook on Italian food forever. None better than Kathy's pasta though, and lasagna. Who's the admin lady? Living out here is great because you get set up in an awesome little house with 5 other med students the same year as you, and you really just we've sort of become really good friends over the year, which is really good.
I really like the town. Everyone seems really friendly. I love how kind of accommodating everyone is of us. Our neighbours are just lovely. They look after us heaps. They're this really friendly Italian family who keeps bringing us food and homemade wine and olive oil. And I like how everyone's kind of just been really welcoming.
In terms of living, it's a really unique sort of, it's got a unique vibe to it, with the Italian heritage. It certainly opens your eyes to issues that you wouldn't otherwise encounter, like with the Aboriginal population, and it's a lot harder to access healthcare out here. We've been to some pretty far out places like Lake Kajeligo where you're miles away from help if something goes wrong, and I don't know, there's a different sort of perspective of healthcare for some of the farmers. They don't access it, they're tough, it doesn't worry them, and I guess it's just opened our eyes to that.
It's definitely changed my understanding of rural healthcare completely. I had absolutely no idea what the country hospitals were like before coming out here. It's pretty amazing to see what some of the doctors can do out here with such limited resources. When coming to Griffith was a bit of a shock because it's such a small hospital compared to what I'm used to, but the way they sort of manage patients here without having the best technology and things like that is really something to know.
Studying in Griffith definitely inspires me to come into regional or rural practice sometime in the future. Prior to this, I already spent a year in another regional area, so I'm definitely interested in coming back to the country.
Yeah, it's definitely made it an option now, because until this year I'd always been I'm going to stay in the city because all my friends and family are there. But I see a lot of the consultants who come in here and they're all locum, and I kind of like the idea of doing that, spending about a week here every month kind of thing, so you still build up a patient base and get to form relationships with your patients, but you're not here full time and coming and going like that, I think really appeals to me at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I think, well, next year I'm going to Port Macquarie, and that's because I like the beach. Smaller country hospitals, I just like the relaxed sort of vibe, and obviously there's the need as well, so yeah, definitely. I think it's been a really good experience.
Yeah, definitely. Before today, I'd never left the city really. I've always been a Sydney kid, and coming out here, it's definitely inspired me to take some time rurally later on in my career. Come out to a smaller hospital in the country and really just get a lot more experience than I think you would in the city. I mean, you get a lot more freedom as well, I find. So, well, I found anyway.